In the beginning of remembered time, there was emptiness. Only small pockets of humans survived, who could barely get on by the flat and barren terrain. Those that did survive banded into small cults and sects, worshipping the elements. Monsters roamed the land, unhindered and powerful, unopposed by the constantly warring tribes. Eventually, all of the greatest thinkers of every tribe realized that in order to survive, they needed to stop the inflow of monsters. Working great pieces of magic, they discovered that the beast came from a rift between reality and the imagined, which allowed the dead not to stay that way. A great war between humans and the undead ensued, until finally they defeated the hordes. They closed the hole and through joint knowledge cut off the flow of energy. With the war behind them, everyone agreed to end the wars and get along in harmony. For more than 1,000 years, they all lived in harmony, coaxing life into their surroundings, working together to build cities. At least until 50 years ago. John Smith, a broker at the local bank, became increasingly interested in how it had happened. What had the ancients done to save the lands? He found old tomes in the bank's vaults, detailing what had happened. He began learning ancient magics no human should possess. Finally, he began to write the book. If he was right, this book would contain all the old secrets, but the book had thoughts of its own. It did not want to sit idly on a shelf, being laughed and talked about. It reached out, grabbing onto John's mind and twisting it. The poor banker's mind didn't stand a chance. He succumbed to the power of the book. He added runes and signs into the book, runes that gave it power. Then he left the book in the crypt, where its power would be felt. While the book concentrated on reviving the dead, John managed to partly free himself from its control and escape to the town's elders. Later, he returned with a small party, intent on destroying the book. When they reached the deepest parts of the crypt, however, they were ambushed. The book had done its job, and now the dead were not dead. In the fight, the book was slightly damaged, corrupting the magic, but not before every member of the party was slain. Upon the absence of the adventuring party, magicians sealed the crypt magically, so that only the magic key could open it. They then locked the key away in a temple deep within the woods, and each took a piece of the mechanism that opened the temple and hid it in their temple. One went to the air temple, one went to the fire temple, and one went to the ice temple. Deep within the bowels of the crypts, the book was hard at work, was determined to become more powerful than ever. It became so powerful as to affect the minds of even creatures far away. It attacked the minds of the cult remnants, turning them against each other. Very few could resist its pull. They fought amongst themselves, destroying all they had worked for hundreds of years. Then the monsters came from the forests, overrunning all. You were hiding in your basement during the night when you find a page out of your grandfather's diary. We shut the door and split the keys, but I fear we have not seen the end of it. The book must be completely destroyed, not just partly.